What's going on, guys? It's your host, Mello Brooker, here with another episode on Athlete Aftermath. We got another special guest in today. This guy, brother of mine, good friend, good close friend. Played basketball with me from middle school. Played with him in high school, AAU as well. He went on to play in college as well at UTSA. Played ball, put the ball down, became an entrepreneur, became an artist, rap artist, as well as a producer. He also has a clothing brand out, GQ Gang Apparel, that you guys can find as well. Without further ado, my guy, JR GQ, Derrian Gibson, man. What's going on, man? You all right?
What's good with you, my boy? Appreciate you for having me on your platform.
100%. What's going on with you, though? You all right?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Just living life, you know what I'm saying? Taking it one day at a time. Chasing my dreams.
Yeah.
For real.
So I hear you got some big things going on, man. I already kind of touched on the clothing brand already. But some other things that you're using your platform for, man, just kind of glorifying you a little more. With some other things that you're using like, with your platform. You know, what are some other things you're doing with your platform that's big as well?
Well, I also got music out. I had a management company, GQ Gang ENT, where we're gonna be signing like athletes, musicians, you know what I'm saying, YouTube sensations. I really want to touch on the publishing and help people like put their career in perspective.
Okay.
I feel like I got a lot of moves. I got a lot of moves to offer. So
okay. So you know what the podcast is about, Athlete Aftermath. You kind of know what it's about.
Yeah.
Okay, heard about it a little bit.
For sure.
So obviously on this podcast, man, we take athletes that were, athletes at one point in their life, man, reached a very high level. And each athlete has a different transition. So we're here to talk about the transition, and we're here to talk about the struggle of that transition or the lack of struggle. Right. So when we talk about your transition, man, was it easy? Was it hard? Why not?
Into the music?
Now we're talking about transitioning from your sport to now being with the music and the like I said, the entrepreneurship. That transition from point A, which being sports, to point B, being an entrepreneur now, was that transition hard or was it easy? Why not?
Nah, I would say it was easy because it was some of the same similar traits as sports.
Okay.
You gotta get up. You gotta get up and go at sports every day, the same as entrepreneurship. Meaning practice, and you might have events that's your games, you know what I'm saying? You gotta show out and perform there. So it's just about that consistency, you know what I'm saying?
Mm.
You gotta be consistent as an athlete, you gotta be consistent as an entrepreneur. You gotta always be thinking, always trying to elevate yourself and be better than the next person. That's the same thing that applies to sports.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
When you say be better than the next person, man, so is it real competitive in the field you in right now?
Yeah, because you want your brand or whatever you put out there to be the it factor. Mm-hmm. You don't want to just be another brand. You want to be the brand.
Okay.
So yeah, it's hard when you're trying to reach that top spot. It's a lot of creators. A lot of people come with their heat. Shout out to y'all. I see y'all. Y'all coming with that heat for sure. But it's the consistency, bro. You got to have a different hunger for this type of shit.
Okay.
For sure.
No doubt, man. So tell me a little bit more about, let's talk about your college days, man, playing ball, man. What was that like on your everyday schedule? What was that like playing ball at UTSA?
It was cool. I was a red shirt freshman, so I was mainly just with practicing, and I seen a couple of minutes and stuff like that. But it was cool though, just like being a athlete that you get put on a different pedestal than the kids that go there.
You know, as far as like students or whatnot.
Yeah, people. Okay. A lot of people look up to you. I had a lot of people like dabbing me up. You know what I'm saying, on campus and shit, like trying to be cool with me and shit. But it's more so just like, you feel like a superhero. You know what I'm saying? Like real talk, because everybody loves sports, and if they go to that school, they rooting for that team. So if you somebody that bring dubs to that school or somebody that play a part in that, that's gonna always be highlighted. Like you gonna always be somebody that matter. An athlete always matter. It don't matter what school you go to. Like you're an athlete and you putting on for that school, and that person go there, it's called school pride. Like who else you gonna root for in the school you go to? You know what I'm saying?
No, facts. Okay. So what are some let's kind of jump into I guess hardships. So you said it was pretty easy because of the similarities of the things that you encountered in basketball versus the things you encounter now in the entrepreneurship journey. Were there any obstacles with it being easy? Were there any obstacles or any uh any barriers that you had to overcome as far as that transition again? Was there any obstacles or barriers that you kind of had to overcome or maneuver through in order to be in a successful position that you're in now?
Yeah, because it's a different field. Even though it's similar, it's still different. You know what I'm saying? Um, in transition with anything, it's gonna come a different formula to get it done. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like entrepreneurship, yeah, it was similar, but it was a different formula. And those challenges was learning the formula of this swag, Being a ball player, I 12, 13 plus years in that, so I knew the swag of that. But to be an entrepreneur, I had to learn this enigma, like this swag, how to do things on this level. So it came with a couple of challenges. You know what I'm saying? You got to become the man in this. And I'm already was the man in sports, but, they're not hearing that in entrepreneurship. You got to make a name for yourself again.
And when we say entrepreneurship, we talking about literally working for yourself, not having a job. You know what I'm saying? You're literally working for yourself, making your own money.
I work for myself.
Okay.
No job, no clock in. I feed my kids off this shit, but I'm really invested.
And by the way, there's nothing wrong with a 9 to 5.
There's nothing wrong with a 9 to 5.
It is something special when you're able to make your own money.
It's all about what works for your pockets. This is what works for my pockets.
Okay.
So, more power to the people that got a job. I have had 9 to 5s, but this is what's working for me personally. You know what I'm saying? So it's never no shade. I respect the man that go to work. You feel me? Because it take a level of discipline to clock in. You feel me? But it also take a level of discipline to do this. You feel me? And this was working for me. So that's what we rocking with on my end.
Okay. So was there ever a point in time within your journey, within your transition, man, where you kind of pivoted? Obviously everybody has a pivotal moment, but what was that pivotal moment in your journey where, first and foremost, okay, we're not going to even go there yet. We're going to wait on that question. What was, how did you know, like when did you know it was time to give up ball, you know what I'm saying, and go ahead and start going into your entrepreneurship journey? When did you know when it was time to put the ball down? Tell me a little bit about that experience.
Well, in high school, I had a nickname. I developed a nickname. They was calling me Mr. D1. I had all the traits. I had the bounce, I had the dribble, I had the jumper, I had the vision.
Yeah, the only guy I knew that can dunk off 2 feet but couldn't dunk off 1, which is crazy to me. But
facts. I don't know why, bro. It just worked better for me. That's how I fly.
Yeah, you jumped out the gym.
But they, by the time I got to my sophomore year, I had developed a reputation. Like, I had coaches all around the district. Like, this kid is it. Like, he got everything. You know what I'm saying? And, I had like 2 or 3 D1s, but I had a lot of D2s and a crap load of Jucos. You know what I'm saying? And, I ended up going on to UTSA, but they had a point guard that was icy. Shout out Gino Littles. Gino, if you see this, you know what's up with me, bro. Shout out Gino. And Gino was icy, and he was actually the son of an NBA player.
Okay.
So, bro running the campus as far as point guard, you know what I'm saying? So, I'm in my sophomore year, just looking at the collegiate years I have left, what I've already done. I was known in high school. I put up a stat line in high school, but I didn't get to really touch the floor how I wanted to at UTSA. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of knew, like, it probably wouldn't exceed to the next level after that type. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So just looking at my collegiate level, you know what I'm saying, and wishing I would have did more. I also had Lamar too. Lamar wanted me on a partial, and them boys was talking that talk.
That
You know what I'm
partial
saying?
crazy though, man. I didn't even know they did partial
They do
scholarships.
partials, and the crazy thing is, it was a partial because he wanted me to prove my play once I got there more, and they would have gave it a full ride. So it was still a good situation, but at the time, I had my daughter, and her mom was going to UTSA, so it just made more sense to fade that way and try to see what I can do there. But I definitely feel like Lamar probably would have got me a little bit further. But yeah, once I seen like the situation in college and how it was going, I was like, oh yeah, like I got to make sure I'm good no matter what. You know what I'm saying? And I always had a passion. I've been rapping since I was 8 years old. I've been into the fashion, all that since a youngster. Before
Okay,
the
so
ball field.
elaborate a little bit on that. You say you've been rapping since you was 8. How did you get into rapping, man? And how has that journey been as far as hooping and putting music together? You started when you was 8. How does that first of all? How does that foundation? Where does that foundation come from as far as music goes? And then how was that journey growing up? Like I said, playing ball and making music.
Yeah, man. For me,
Who started you off with music?
my aunt. Shout out Tracy. Shout out Faith. My aunt was my first manager. She had an in-house studio with her husband, and they had a production company.
This when you was younger?
That's when I was 8 years old. On my soul.
Okay, yeah.
And I was signed. BP Production. Shout out my uncle Omar. This man gave me the blueprint to all this. I swear to God. If it wasn't for him, I would not have a clothing line. I would not be on music. Shout out Omar Westfield. God, Uncle, I love you. He had the whole studio. We youngsters. Like, I'm 8 years old. And my auntie, she was always like an artistic person. Like, she just pop her shit. Like, she believed in herself. She had a graphic company, graphic design. So she working with local groups doing their graphics for their album covers and shit. You feel me? So she had all the connects. So one day, I've been rapping, dancing, singing, all that. You know that. You've been my partner since 6th grade. I was singing on my voicemail. You know that. You know what I'm saying? So I've been with all that. So it's like, my auntie came to me one day and she was like, you want to rap for real? Like, I'll manage you. We'll get you some shows at these Latin clubs.
8 years old.
8 years old.
That's trippy, man.
The first song I did was called Swag. And it go, SWAWG, swag. Hey, this 8. I'm biting off you now. You biting off me. Nah, real talk. I wrote that for real. Like 8 years old. And she signed me as her artist. She was my manager. And her husband did all our production. And we had the studio in the house. I was spending the night. While y'all niggas was out bullshitting on the weekends, I was at the studio at 8 years old. I ain't spend night at nobody's house. I used to go to my auntie house faithfully every weekend. Rehearsal, studio. We might have a show. I might have to do a whole tape at a house. God is my witness. My auntie started me with all of this, the creativity, the persona, the ego, the feeling myself, everything. It's because of my auntie. Oh God. Like, she just came to me with it. And it just went from there. We just clicked because I already knew what I wanted to do. Because, I don't know if you remember, but at Youngblood, we had the after school program. And we had the Fly Boys. I was captain of that. Shout out Malik. But I stole that from you, nigga. I stole captain from you. You my nigga though, for sure. But we had that, and that's what really made me realize, like, bro, you know what I'm saying? Being that nigga is cool. Like, I'm not afraid of that. Like, we need somebody to. It's always a cool nigga that somebody glorify and want to be like.
Yeah.
Every situation needs that. So I just stepped into it, bro, and it just fit naturally with my personality because everybody loved me anyway. So it just went, man. My auntie, she brought that to me. Boom. Fast forward, I get to TSA. I get down with this group called TYG. You know what I'm saying? Acronym for Thank You God. You know what I'm saying? But it's a clique of niggas from every person is from a different state. We had somebody from Georgia. We had somebody from Mississippi. We had niggas from Cali. I was from the H. We had another nigga from Houston. We had a nigga from Port Arthur. You know what I'm saying? And that's where the whole JRGQ moniker started. You know what I'm saying? We was getting recognition out there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Buzz, like our shit doing K's. Our music videos doing K's. Shout out my partner King Sip. He was the leader of that group. You know what I'm saying? He put me in position to get myself back to where I needed to be as an artist, as an entrepreneur.
Mm-hmm.
And after I left college, I just took off with it more once I stepped back in age. I just took off with it more. Like, I came back at 19 and I was just like, you know what? I'm finna really pop it for real. I dropped the brand, kept the music going and shit. It's been up ever since.
When it comes to your journey too, man, usually in everybody's journey they have these dark moments, man.
Yeah.
And the reason for that, obviously you also know that this podcast is surrounded by mental health as well. So with that being said, when those dark moments happen, you know what I mean, it's not always easy to come out of those dark moments or those darkest times, man, but everybody tends to have them.
Right.
So kind of tell us a little bit about that dark time that you had, man. That tell us about a dark time in general, man, that you had, and you know how did you come out of that?
Man, this is real talk. And I don't even share this story a lot because a lot of people look at me as a strong person, but the strongest person can admit when he was weak. You know what I'm saying? That's what make you strong. That's what make you able to pass advice because you've been through it. You were hurt before like that, so you can tell how it feels. Man, I was in college, bro. I was on academic probation. You know, stuff wasn't hot with basketball, and I just remember a time where it was like 2:30 in the morning, and I walked. You know, UTSA is by a lot of highways and stuff, and I walked near the exit ramp like I was gonna walk onto it. I was in such a dark place, bro. I was just kind of done. You know what I'm saying? I thought I was. And as I'm standing there, I'm crying. You know, I'm upset. I'm wanting to end my life. And then out of nowhere, Kurt Franklin's "Smile" come on.
The song.
This is a real story, fam. Real story. Kurt Franklin's "Smile" come on. And it got to the part I was like, "Smile, me."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I bawled crying. I stepped back away from the exit ramp, and I just went home because, you know, in that time, that was God telling me, like, you know, whatever you feeling right now, you can probably sleep it off and come back with a better game plan tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we get so in the heat of the moment that, you know what I'm saying, just taking a few more minutes to think will let you know that it's not that severe. You know what I'm saying? I went home, I slept it off, I got myself up the next day, I went to class, I went to my tutorials in the library, I handled my shit like a big boy. And I feel like that's been the whole thing for my whole life. Like, handle up on what you have to handle up, and stuff will fall in your favor. You know what I'm saying? But I was hurt, bro. I felt like it was done. You feel me? I worked so hard for basketball. You know, I feel like I'm getting benched damn near. I'm one of the best players in my region to come out of high school. You know what I'm saying? And the grades wasn't there, you know what I'm saying? I actually had to leave UTSA for a little bit and go to San Antonio Community College, SAC. If you're out there in San Antonio, it's called SAC, San Antonio Community College. I had to go there for a little bit to get my credits back up, bro, because UTSA was like, you know, them grades. You know what I'm saying?
Man, you don't pass, you don't play.
But hey, man, that's no matter what though. It's bigger than the college. It's bigger than the job. It's bigger than all that.
It's crazy, man, because I've known you, you know, majority of my life or whatnot, man. But I've never even heard that story tonight. You know what I'm saying? That's touching, man. But again, like I think we mentioned it, you know, a couple episodes ago, man. Just on the mental health aspect of things, man, and how this is again just my opinion. I feel like when people get to that point where they're thinking about taking their life, first and foremost, man, that's I feel like that's you telling God that He made a mistake. You know what I'm saying? And giving you life. And life is one of the not one of, it's the greatest gift that you've been given. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times when people find themselves there, man, it's a moment of weakness. You know, it's a moment of being mentally weak. And obviously, you said that the song "Smile" came on, and you said God started talking to you through that song.
Yeah.
So that says that you are a man of God.
Nah, facts.
So oftentimes, even on this podcast, man, all the athletes, that I've talked to thus far are believers of God.
Yeah.
And that's a strong haven, what I'm saying? That's a strength that everybody, tends to share.
Nah, for sure.
But that's the reason I asked about dark times, what I'm saying? Because of that right there, you even being able to open up on the podcast, man, and be able to tell that portion of it, what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As strong as you are, what I'm saying, you had a moment of weakness, you know what I mean? And that's huge, man. So what besides that song "Smile" though, man, what got you out of that slump, man? That got you to kind of, all right, you need to get your stuff together and, like you said, handle up. What got you there, or should I say, who got you there? Let's say who. Who are those people that were in your corner, man, that got you out of that dark time?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Who was it that you were leaning? Who was it that you were able to lean on? You know what I'm saying, in your corner that to help you out of that dark time, or was it just you?
It was me and my pops. I called my pops after it happened. And I'm thinking he gonna freak out.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, bro, you are being weak. Bro,
just keeping it real. Just keeping it real.
Yeah, like you my son, bro. Like, bro, we didn't send you off to college to bro, you gotta handle up out there. We not out there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, whatever you do determines where you go in life, son. I can't hold your hand through this, fam. Like, you got your own crib, you in college, you got a job, bro, your daughter out there.
So you got a kid at this point.
Yeah, like, bro, what are you doing? And that's when I realized, I was like, damn, like, just to let a few bad days penetrate that to where I'm ready to end it all. I am acting prima donna a little bit. Like, I'm tripping.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not that serious. Like, whatever you, I'm gonna tell y'all, whatever y'all go through, bro, don't let this world fake you out your position. You feel me? Like, for real. Like, don't get on social media.
It's a huge part of that social media.
If you not feeling it, get off of that shit, fool. Don't get on that shit. Like, do not put yourself around people you can't trust the vibe of. Like, don't trick yourself out your own position. Because at the end of the day, when you gotta lay in that ground, that's on you.
It's just you too.
It's just you. So why would you let somebody trick you out what you should be doing, or you breaking down? And there's so much more life to live.
So I was gonna get to that too, man. So
I'm 22. I don't know if I want to end it yet.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So again, a couple episodes again, I talked about with another athlete of ours, Linnell Bonner.
Yeah,
I kind of spoke on.
Shout out him.
For sure. I kind of spoke on when it's too late. You know what I'm saying? That split decision that people make. They think that it's that time to go, and the world would be better off without me. And they get to a point where they start talking a certain dialogue.
Yeah.
You gotta listen to them type of people, man.
Yeah,
it's another message I'm gonna say again. You have to listen to those type of people, because when they say things like the world would be better off without me, or tell my mom I love her, you know what I'm saying? Just certain dialogue that you hear that is something really wrong. If somebody say they're gonna do something to themselves, chances are, you never know what somebody's really capable of. You never know what somebody's really going to do. But if they make that decision, it's too late. You know what I'm saying? So it's good that you are aware of that. At the towards the end of the moment, after your moment with the song, man. Because like you say, you're 22. You got so much more life to live. You know what I'm saying?
To be honest, I ain't gonna lie. Like, if Pops didn't check me, I would have checked myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would have slept it off. I would have cried, whatever I had to do to get through it. But, man, bro, at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Nobody can keep you. You have to keep yourself until God calls for you. Like, if you not expecting life to be hard, maybe you should. Maybe you should hang it up. Maybe you should hang it up. And I ain't encouraging, no.
Nah, ain't no hanging it up.
It ain't none of that. No, I'm just saying though. I'm just saying. You're right. That's never the option. But bro, be prepared to fight. This is not easy. So let that go. Let that go. It's
Well, life not supposed to be easy though.
Life not easy, bro.
It's not supposed to be easy. And if
Toughen up and get with it.
If it was easy, you know what I'm saying?
Straight up.
Everybody will be in a certain, everybody will be in a position where they want to be, and it'll be instant gratification. You know what I'm saying? If life was just easy,
Facts.
if it just came to you, you know what I'm saying? If life was easy, instant gratification would be a thing, and everybody be living how they want to. You know what I'm saying? But life not supposed to be easy, man. You're supposed to take lessons out of life. You're supposed to take lessons out of a journey. Life happens for a reason. Life builds you. You know what I mean? Life life will break your ass down and build you right back up if you live it the right way, and you know what I'm saying, you learn it the right way. It's never any losses. It's always lessons.
Always lessons.
I'm saying if you're learning from a loss, and it's a lesson, it's not a loss. You know what I'm saying? So my message, you know what I'm saying, just keep pushing for anybody that's feeling that way. On the mental health aspect of it, if anybody's feeling like life is just way too hard, man, just know somebody else out there is probably going through way worse than you. You know what I'm saying? And they still kicking, they still kicking, they still pushing.
10 times worse than you.
For sure. Definitely got to take life in your own hands, man, and have gratification on where you are right now. You know what I'm saying? Things can be a lot worse.
Nah, fact.
If you have air in your breath, you got air in your lungs, man, you need to keep pushing. You know what I'm saying? It's just that's what it is.
We all wake up not knowing what is random for all of us.
You obviously still here for a reason,
but you gotta push.
But you obviously still here.
It's
for
random for everybody when you wake up. But
yeah,
stop thinking your life random. It's random for everybody, but them people they go with it. You got to go with life. Nobody knows what's gonna happen. Nobody knows what possessions.
But the point I'm making is you still have a purpose, though. You still here for a reason. Facts. You know what I'm saying? God still has you here for a reason. So, man, live his life that he gave you. You know what I'm saying? But, okay. So we touched up on basketball. Facts. We touched up on the music. Facts. We touched up on darts times. Let's talk about this drip you got on, man. Talk to me about the GQ Gang apparel, the 281, what it represents, you know what I'm saying, where you going with it, how did it start? Go ahead and kind of give me the backstory on that too, man. Go ahead and elaborate on this drip you got on right here, man.
We got the GQ Gang apparel, suede, bold leather, city skyline lettermans. Okay. You know what I'm saying? All of it's done in flock vinyl, good material. I wanted to go with more like the sweater feel. I don't really like the leather on the arm. Not really my stilo, so it's more comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Get yours now. Instagram, GQ Gang Apparel. You already know. Come shop. But it started, bro, because honestly, I've never been a guy. I have never wore a Louis Vuitton shirt. I've never wore a Gucci shirt.
Honestly, too, man.
I'm gonna keep it a stack.
Because we grew up, you know what I'm saying, similar, bro. But our people wasn't finna be getting that for no 18, 17, 16-year-old boys anyway. You know what I'm saying? It's not. Because
at least we got creativity. So we gonna put that shit on regardless.
Facts.
It can be a Chucks with a graphic.
I'm not gonna lie though. In high school, I'm smooth. You know how it was. It's hoodie and shorts and slides, and I was still
not facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I might throw on a graphic tee with some Chucks, some straight leg.
Still making it happen though.
I'm making it happen.
Yeah, facts.
I'm making it happen. So I was like, with me not wearing that ever, I never got hooked on it. So I was always like, man.
You had J's though. You was hooked on Jordan.
I had J's.
You was hooked on Jordan though.
Shout out Michael Jordan.
Yeah, you was hooked on Jordan.
I had the J's for sure. Yeah. Growing up in the age on the south side, you gotta go get them. Every Saturday morning, gotta go get them.
Yeah, so you sitting in line and stuff.
I'm in line with it. No running. I'm in that.
I couldn't do it, man. I couldn't do it. But nah, go ahead. So you didn't wear brands. So you
I ain't wear brands.
You said forget it. You gon'.
And when I started when I picked up the moniker JRGQ in college, it just kind of stuck. I was like, man, it's GQ Gang. Like that's my camaraderie of people. That's GQ people. You feel me? And it just kind of stuck, bro. When I got back to the H in 2019, I started working on the design concepts. And I just named it GQ Gang Apparel. You know what I'm saying? man, it just took off. You know, being from the H, I want to throw my Houston story in there. So I put the toy one in there. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Houston always. You know what I'm saying? And it just took off from there, bro. And you know, fast forward 3 years later, we almost at 10K. Go follow me at GQ_gang apparel. Get me to that 10K. Got a GQ gang apparel day coming up.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It just took off, bro. God is good, bro. I seen the motion. I just went with it, bro. Before I press any shirt or cut my machines on, I pray and I put God first, and I do the damn thing. Oh God.
So you kind of rocked out on the GQ, but you ain't told us really where it come from, though, man. How'd you get the name GQ? You know what I'm saying? Then you got JR GQ. So
JR.
talk to me about talk to me about that. How'd you get the name? Where the name come from?
All right, so
what's that foundation looking like?
All right, so I got the name JR GQ because in college, you know, everybody be trying to hit the scene and try to hit the parties and shit. You got certain upperclassmen don't want to party with freshmen and all this other shit. And all, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of politics and shit going on. But we had a clique called GQ Gang. Shout out GQ Gang. All my partners was like older upperclassmen. I was the only freshman in that motherfucker.
Yeah.
And we had Pepe GQ. We had Suave GQ.
All y'all's last name
Was
basically
GQ.
y'all last deal. GQ,
yeah.
Okay.
And they started it.
Yeah.
They started it, but man, we just got super close. I was like their little brother. And like we used to throw parties and shit at their apartment and like get on females together and everything. It just came like a brotherhood. So when they gave me JR, because I was the youngest one, that's why they said JR. I was a freshman. Them niggas was like juniors, seniors type shit. And when they gave me JR, I was the creative one of the bunch, man. I had already started back rapping and was in the studio and shit. So I told him, I sat down with him, and I told him, I was like, hey, bro, I'm gonna take this GQ gang shit to another level. Like, the music, the clothes, everything. Like, you know what I'm saying? They was just on a party group type shit. I started the whole like corporate movement of it. Okay. You know what I'm saying? For the clothing line and shit like that. Like, you know, it's my shit, but like them boys really inspired me. I wouldn't be me to not highlight them. You know what I'm saying? Shout out them for sure. And that's how I started GQ Gang, and the JRGQ just stuck as a rap moniker and overall name for my entrepreneurship, and it just took off. It just took off, bro. Okay. And that's how I started the brand when I came back from college. I started designing it, and it just came to life from there.
Okay.
Took off from there.
Nothing wrong with it, man. You so you rock nothing but GQ Gang apparel.
Man, I don't wear nothing else.
It don't make sense too, man. Honestly.
Oh God!
Once you have your own brand, it's.
Hey, I got a cousin. You can ask my cousin. I gave that nigga all my polos. I gave him all my graphic tees. Bro, I only rock my brand, bro. I literally sleep in my brand. Like, it's the mindset. People want success, but they don't even feed it enough. They don't even feed the shit enough to even be like that. Like, you gotta really feed that.
So elaborate on that. What you feeding?
I mean, I'm feeding my mindset, just keeping it in my face every day, thinking GQ, always thinking moves for the brand, keeping it, you know what I'm saying, out and on the flow, you know what I'm saying, thinking of different ways to get it out. If you can't afford the garment, we'll do a raffle. You know what I'm saying? Trying to service the community, get everybody to have some type of way to wear it. You know what I'm saying? And that comes from keeping it in my face, bro. That's why I keep it on. Yeah. It's a constant reminder on what I should be doing. And that's pushing this brand all the way to the top. Straight up. So that's why I keep it on. That's why I keep it on.
You on your way.
Nah, for sure.
Nah, facts, man. So
appreciate that.
100%, man. 100%. Man, we didn't hit up on your darkest moments, man. We didn't hit up on the GQ Gang apparel.
Big GQ.
Ball. You know what I'm saying? Playing ball. Man, what's a message, man, that GQ got for somebody that's obviously coming up in entrepreneurship? We're gonna go step by step. Yeah. What's a message first and foremost that you got for the young entrepreneurs out there that are maybe making clothing brands? You know what I'm saying? We don't even go into the music just yet, but just those entrepreneurs that are out there that are making clothing brands or making a brand, you know, any type of merch. What What tidbits do you have for him, man? What message do you have for him as far as, starting off or whatnot?
Man, whenever you're doing anything that you're gonna control, just listen to you. Not listen to other people, bro.
So
People
not caring what everybody else think.
no,
Yeah,
and you can
you can't
care.
satisfy everybody.
You can
Man.
take it into consideration, bro, but don't let it knock your formula. If you already written the formula down on how it's gonna go, then what bro says should not penetrate how you're gonna run your business. Like just do you, bro, because half of these people are doing it to deteriorate your dreams. Like they're not even dreaming. So they doing it just to shoot you easy, you vulnerable. Because you told them you dream, you feel me, and now they got a chance to shoot it down. But don't listen to people, bro.
So also it's okay. So with saying that, you saying don't listen to people, but also don't give out.
Yeah.
Don't say too much too fast.
Yeah, when you got something that you're developing as an entrepreneur, this game is real
competitive
to where it get grimy, bro. People will take your shit, bro. When you doing something, bro, keep it under wraps. Let it develop. Let it get some soundproof around it. Get a shell around it first before you put it in their face. Because if you don't, it can be hijacked from under you. So yeah, you in a sense, it's not about you can't run your mouth while you dreaming. You gotta
part of that too, man.
Chill.
Once you go ahead and establish, because I mean,
yeah,
I had a clothing brand at 1.2, man. But the first thing you want to do,
big B&B.
I think I actually had that jacket on the first episode, if I'm not mistaken. But so that's beside the fact, though. That's beside the point. The first thing you need to do, DBA, which costs about $16, if I'm not mistaken, at the courthouse. Get a DBA first and foremost, and then try to work on getting your LLC.
You got to
once you get your DBA, you at least have that name within your county. You got to get your LLC. You know what I'm saying? Can't nobody take that from you, and it's now its own entity. You know what I'm saying? Now that's almost a whole nother person with the EIN number, which is almost like a social security for a person. Mm-hmm. So I would say first and foremost, get that DBA going first. If you have a clothing brand, if you're working on any type of business, get a DBA first, then start working on an LLC. And I could not be politically correct on that. You know what I'm saying? It could be different ways to do that. I'm just telling you the easier way to do it, but definitely start working on a DBA and then an LLC for sure, 100%.
Next, find your design that you are comfortable in and confident in. Do a trial run. Find the most easiest garments, as far as what people typically gravitate to. When you're starting a brand, people love t-shirts. So do your trial run about 12 to 20 t-shirts. See what it do. You know what I'm saying? Price it well. See what it do. See how fast it go. You know what I'm saying? Learn your market of people. Learn how they feeling you. You know what I'm saying? Don't be afraid. Put out the trial run so you can know where your audience stand.
As far as trial run, how you doing that too? Talk to them about that, because the way I did it, I was my own billboard. So I started wearing my stuff first.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Once I wore it, I had somebody, hey bro, what is that you got on? Oh, this me. It's mine. Yeah. They respect that for sure, especially once you making your own brand as well. You making your own clothes by yourself, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. They respect that for sure as well. But what's another way?
For me, since my you know what I'm saying, my platform's still growing, but it has a nice little fan base. I would just post it on my story, like the mock-up drafts, and they'll vote on it and they'll tell me. But you gotta have real engagement. You gotta for your crowd to answer. You know what I'm saying? But at first, I don't know. Me, I was a different type of creator, bro. You know me, I'm head first in this shit. I ain't afraid of it. Yeah. So I spin a bag and drop it, and let it do what it needs to do, because I believe in myself. You know what I'm saying? It's been numerous of times where I done did a drop and just got it in multiple colors and just let it do, because you either all in or you ain't. You know what I'm saying? And there's no mistake banking on yourself ever. You feel me? So if you gonna do it, pop it, do it. Do not tiptoe with it, because you either gonna sell yourself short or you gonna draw your audience out because you ain't got enough supply and demand, because you playing around with it. So you either gotta just go all in or watch from the sideline, bro. There's sidelines. There's main players. There's players in the game. There's players that sent the bitch. There's the sideline. Like, choose where you want to be in the arena, bro. For real. I'm Kobe Bryant all day. You hear me? Stop playing with me.
What happened to Jordan, man? You ain't.
Stop playing with me.
I'm saying what happened to Jordan, though. I mean,
the reason why I say I'm Kobe because his mentality.
Mindset, all right, the mentality.
When it comes to the clothes,
what about the Jordan
I'm
mentality?
Mamba mentality.
What about the Jordan mentality? Not knocking Mamba at all. I love Kobe Bryant to death. R.I.P. my dog.
Jordan got it. I like how
I'm only saying this because he was always on Jordan, you know. Tough,
I'm still on Jordan. Hey, Jordan's the best player to touch a ball. Stop playing with me. What's wrong with people? Like, we ain't gonna spark this because me and this nigga get into it every time about this. But y'all new age babies on LeBron.
New age.
Where you think Bron got it from?
We the same age, bro. What you mean new age?
I'm just saying though, like the new era is Bron, but where you think Bron got it from?
100%.
Bron mimicked that man.
Who Jordan got it from?
Himself.
He got it from himself.
Himself.
He ain't get it from nobody else.
Who's before Jordan that matter? Like, no disrespect to the other NBA greats. You got Gervin, Wilt, Magic. You know what I'm saying? But it's the style of play, how he played. They wasn't playing like that. They're good.
All right, we ain't finna go on a rant.
We ain't gonna do that because that'll be a whole nother episode. Because I got time for that. We ain't doing that today. No. Jordan definitely.
We ain't doing that today.
Jordan definitely is the dad to all of them.
So what you got to what you got to say to the people that's you know what you got to say to the people that's out here doing music though? Okay, that's coming up in the music industry. What are some tidbits you got for them as well? Because you not only are you an artist,
yeah,
but you manage as well. You're also doing publishing now, producing as well.
I don't produce. I don't get on the boards, but
okay. So publishing, managing. You songwrite as well. You're a writer as well. And
artist development.
Okay, so what are some a message or some tidbits like I said that you have for any artist that's coming up in the game right now?
Just really take your time to like learn your sound and rap every day. You rap every day, it's like a muscle. You know what I'm saying?
I keep saying it, man. Repetition is the father of all learning.
You cannot like get better and you don't rap every day. Like that's insane.
Repetition is the father of all
learning. You gotta
learning.
rap, bro. Get on beats that you get on, switch genres, rap on orchestra beats, like challenge yourself to, you know what I'm saying? Get up the source, look up words, like this stuff, all the stuff I do. If you listen to my music, it's like that. From the metaphors to the play on words, to the assemblies, all that. Like, I'm a smart nigga, bro, but the swag is there too. Like, but I rap a lot. I freestyle for hours. I work on my craft. I work on how I develop words. I work on how I get on beats. Any beat could come on, and I'm gonna get on it how I get on it, no matter what beat it is. Because that's just my DNA, because I rap so much. So I know what words I use, how I'm gonna stretch it. I know when I'm gonna get on there, like what type of beat I like. Just learn you first before you attack the fan base and go for the fans and the millions. Really take the time to like create a sound that's different and authentic. You know what I'm saying? And just be you, bro. Like, everybody's cool to somebody. You know what I'm saying?
That's facts.
So just be you, bro. Like, you might be cool to somebody.
Your people, you gonna find your people within that. Just being you. Your people are gonna gravitate towards you for sure.
Everybody is
that's
that
in
guy
life.
To somebody.
That's in life too as well.
Sure.
It's not just in music, but in life in general.
Be you, man.
As long as you being you, your people are gonna find you.
Man, that'll keep you safe, bro. Yeah. That'll keep you out of so much stuff, bro. Just be you. Don't be afraid to say no. If something is not you, let them know that ain't me. Politely decline. You know what I'm saying? Because it's people being followers that's getting them not in good situations. So I always stand on your 10. If you don't rock with something, let it be known. It's cool to, you know. And the real people that love you and care for you, bro, and got the best intentions for you, they're gonna respect whatever you decline with open arms. Because I mean, if it ain't you, we want you to be you 100%. And if that's not you, we'll never ask you to not be you, because we love you. You know what I'm saying? So keep good company and be you. Don't be no follower, bro, because people crash, and you're gonna go right with them if you don't be you.
Crash them and shit. Crash or down, but okay.
Facts.
So that's music. That's clothing brand. as far as just being an athlete, man, and making that transition, man. Obviously there are some people out there. There's a bunch of people out there that haven't even gone through a transition yet.
Yeah.
There's also people that are in the midst of a transition right now. So,
Yeah.
what message do you have for those people out there that are going through that transition? And the thing is, I think I've said this before too, as well, if I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me on this, but every transition, has different lengths.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's transition is not the same. Everybody has a unique story.
It take a different formula.
And the transition can be as long as, it doesn't have a time limit. You know what I'm saying? I was going to give a time limit, but it doesn't have a time limit. You know what I'm saying?
Got one. Yeah.
Last time I played balls in 2020, man, for the Dallas Renegades in the XFL.
Yeah.
It's the last time I played football. 2024, man, I'm still transitioning. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
On that transition piece, though, man, what's some advice that you have for those people going through that transition or that haven't even reached that transition yet? What's the message you got? You know what I'm saying? Or the advice that you have for them? What GQ got to say today?
Just don't rush it. Don't rush it and trust God, because when you don't got the answers, you gotta go to God. It's gonna be blanks in between it, but you don't know it. So you have to pray, bro. You have to really get in touch with yourself, and don't lose sight of yourself, because if you know who you is, then you know you'll get through it. But if you don't know who you are, anything could look weary, because you know what I'm saying. You don't know what you stand for. Just take your time, stay resilient. You know what I'm saying? When life fights, you fight it back. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get up every day. And I say this to myself, I'm gonna get up every day and punch life in the face. Because life don't run you, you run life. It's about how you want to make it and orchestrate it. It's gotta bend to you. You don't gotta bend to it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be accessible to change, but it's still about how you want to do it. So make life do what you want it to do. Like don't make life beat you up, bro. Like get up and demand certain things from the universe and make it happen.
I like that.
Straight
Get
up,
up every day and punch life in the face. Okay.
Get up and go at him. He gonna go at you, so go at him every day. You know what I'm saying? Every day, be ready to scrap. Be ready to go at him every day.
That boy said scrap. I like it.
Every day.
I like it though.
It ain't gonna let up. So you gotta be willing to get gritty with him. You know what I'm saying? And then that's when he'll start respecting what you trying to do.
You say he who you talking about? Life in general. Huh? Okay. So man, tell them where they can find you, man. Your personal Instagram, and then obviously your clothing brand as well. Do you have music on your clothing brand page as well, or is it on your personal?
Man, I got music on all platforms. Just type in JRGQ. We got the tape out that I dropped in 21 GQGI Joe. All platforms. Go get that. You know what I'm saying? As far as the clothing line, if you want to come get some drip, we're on Instagram at GQ_gang apparel. That's GQ_gang apparel.
It's okay. I'm gonna put it on the bottom of the.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's good to go.
And my main page, my music page, man. You can follow me at 1JRGQ. That one under construction right now. I got a lot of stuff that I'm moving around on there. But definitely come tap in, because I got a tape dropping, GQ Vibes dropping in May. You know what I'm saying? And that's gonna be my sophomore tape, my second tape.
This the one you singing? You told me a little bit about the singing.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna touch on it too much, but you said you gonna start singing too.
Yeah, we ain't gonna touch on it too much, but it's definitely a well put together project with a lot of different like melodies and a lot of different sounds to it. It's not just necessarily singing; it's just vibes, bro.
Okay.
It's straight vibes.
Yeah.
Like, if you want some vibed out music, that whole tape gonna get you through whatever. It's vibes for it. Anything you feeling, it's gonna be vibes for it. Shout out Rod Taylor, GQ Vibes on the way, dropping in May. We getting that together now for sure.
Okay. Well, man, we wrapping up our time here, man. First and foremost, I want to say thank you for coming on,
my boy.
Already.
You already know.
Well, man, until next time, it's your host Romello Brooker here with another episode on Athlete Aftermath. So until next time, we out. Peace.